and I will Alt-Tab as I finish setting everything up. One thing I like about the free cam is I can do stuff like this. And while I'm working on other things, something that isn't just a pause menu going. Anyways, let's put that, Minecraft, hit save, we'll pop you out. Over here. Right. And you. Really the first thing that pops up if you just put the M. All right. So should be everything set up. Wonderful. Amazing. Fantastic. That did not take too long. So, all right. All right. It's getting dark outside. Let's go find a bed, and then we will talk about what we're doing today. Because I think it will actually be really, really cool. So, I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. It's not nighttime yet. I don't believe you. But yeah, I'm actually super excited for it. It should be good. It should be good. I don't know why I suddenly wasn't in. All right. That going. All right. So, you might notice, this ion farm is kind of exposed right now. It's kind of exposed. Well, it's really exposed. Bookworm, hello. This iron farm is really exposed. So we need to put an exterior on it. And what are we going with an exterior? We're going to be actually basing our build off of this. So I'm going to get more nether brick. That's one thing we got to do. I was going and collecting supplies, and I was like, why am I not just doing that on stream? Like, just, it adds 10 minutes to the stream. Like, it's not a big deal. But we're going to be using a lot of blackstone. We're going to be using a lot of deep slate. We're going to be using mahogany, nether brick. Like, it's going to be really top notch. Hello, Bookworm. Yes, it has been a minute. I haven't been streaming as much as I wanted to be, and then, yeah. Life's been busy. So we are going to be working up on this today. I am going to add depth to it. I am going to add just breakups in it. I don't know if I'll actually be doing any windows in this build. Because, well, one other thing. There's going to be a sword sticking out from it. And actually going up over here and going up above the road. So it's going to have a skylight from the sword that's sticking into it. And then we're going to build the full model of the sword. And that'll be going all the way down into it and actually be part of the wall. So it'll be interesting. The sword will have to be sticking like through here and down through here. So it'll be interesting. But yes, hello, Bookworm. It's good to see you again. But I need a spot to put all this blackstone. Because I have way too much of it on my inventory right now. But this is really going to be a challenging build in the sense of it's going to be a square. And the way that we give it character is by really making sure we got a good change of pace. Yo, hello, Heiser. Hello, Azalea. Hello, hello. Yes, we love the armor. I am just now realizing I might not have one of my chats up properly. So, hello, hello, hello. Fly over here real quick. Yep, I got that one. But for some reason, it's not showing up. Hello, JLo. How you doing? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Interesting. I am going to reset my other chat then. Because I don't know why that wouldn't have anything there. So, yeah. So, what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. There we go. So we got all these guys. We're going to need a lot of nether brick because we just are. Like, as you can see, what we had there only made 4.5 stacks. So we're going to need a lot of it. Like a lot of it. So. Yeah. So, come over here. And I do know I do have a lot of this stuff actually stored and saved up. So that's not too big of a concern. But it is something we want to be mindful of. Yes. Here we are. Here we are. Here we have all the brick. Oh, wow. Thank you so much for starting stream early so we could all watch you control click all of this brick into bricks. Thank you so much for including us on this journey. I know you guys wanted to see this. Most exciting part of the stream right here is resource gathering. Oh my gosh, does that equal out so that we can... that does. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. But that is quite a bit of it. So I am actually really happy with that. I'm going to grab some terracotta. I'm going to see if there's a color in terracotta that we can actually use. Do I have an empty one in here? I really need to carry around empty ones. Like, I really do just need to carry around empty ones. I'm going to see if there's a darker color that we can actually use. So, yeah. But yeah, how is everybody's day going? I hope it's going well. Aww. So we're going to fly back over here. Fly up in the air. And wait, you look at it, just don't care. does put you on the ground. I really don't like how those things turn off. Why, oh why, oh why are we not on? I need those things to be on during the daytime. Oh, okay. It's currently just raining. It's currently just raining. Oh well. I forgot one more thing. Real quick. Here to you. And wonderful. Wonderful. So I am going to come over here. We're going to grab one of these guys. Just so that way we can keep everything in the same containers. I'm going to grab an extra one just so we have it. In case if I decide I want to go grab anything more, I actually do need to go grab more. I need to go grab deep slate. I need to go grab deep slate. So you literally came into my stream yesterday with the exact same Discord, like on a different account. Like, what are we doing, my guy? All right. So now it is dark enough. Or gonna be by the time we get there. So we'll fly over here. I do need to get like a walking around horse. Like a horse that I can just ride around. Alright. Now, I'm trying to think of a way that I can incorporate stuff like the tools into there. Or like at least like an homage to them. So, we'll probably see some wood sneak into the build in some spots just to add a little difference. So, what did I come in here for? A deep slate. Well, that's not ideal. That's not ideal. Let's go see if I have more deep slate over here. Of some form of it. I'm not going to need a lot of it, so if I can get away with not going to the mine, I'm going to do it. See, I do have it here, but the unfortunate thing is it's all slabs. It's all slabs, which maybe slabs would actually work. Oh, hey. So, all right. We'll call it a draw. So, now that I got away without going to grab that. Wonderful. Don't know if I'll need that guy. So, the first thing we're going to work on is going to be the square. This in total. We need to figure out what we need. So it's a cube. So however wide we make the build is how tall we need to make the build. Because we need to make a cube. It needs to be cubular. Cubular, man. Cubular. So. But with that being said, we're going to use blackstone and actually going to do brick here. I'm going to do brick on that bottom line. You can notice that bottom line is a little bit darker. So we're going to use brick on that. All right. So we're going to use brick on that. Let's go make... Do I want to choose basic blackstone or... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use brick at first, and if I don't like it, we have enough that we can go back and actually change it. But now that I'm looking at the brick, I definitely want to be using the brick because it darkens up a little bit more. So outer wall is here. I want to leave a couple of spaces just so that way I can put streetlights into here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that would need to be 24 high. It would need to be 24 high. So 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. You know, I don't think we can do this cubular. I actually want it to be about this tall. This way it doesn't necessarily overshadow the other builds. So we're going to go with this tall, and then we're just going to place everything where we thought we were going to place it initially. So yeah. So actually that makes a lot of... This would be really simple if I was doing 24, but I'm not. Oh, mano. No. We don't talk about that. We don't talk like that. So we'll go like that. I'll also need to take out the floor, but I'm not necessarily concerned about that right now. So I also need to start my recording. That way we can tone this into a TikTok later. Yo, Evie Gaming, thank you so much for the sub. It means the world. It means the world. Now, where are we going to have the entrance? Well, the entrance is obviously going to have to be in the center of this, and I got a weird feeling this is going to be even numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wild. All right, now we go back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Wonderful. Wonderful. How did I know? I just know. All right, anyways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we go like that. That's where our door frame is going to be. Now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do 2 lines of bricks. And I want to leave a way up, so we're going to do it like that. And then we're going to take our mahogany planks. And this way, as we do more layers of it, we're able to actually get up it still. And we can actually judge how much we like it or don't like it. So, but I have a really good feeling that these two are going to blend really, really well, which they do. But this is also what I mean when I say that we are not going to directly copy this. We're going to have a lot of liberties taken into account. But it is going to be different. So now go up like that. I should have enough to finish up this. We're going to go up to this layer on the mahogany, and then we're going to do a couple more layers of the brick. So right like that. Then we go like so. And then the rest of the way until we get to the top, which I think... Yeah, we're going to leave that much space for the blackstone and deep slate to come back in. So I'm actually going to grab my deep slate brick here. Wonderful. So I'm going to go up with that, do a couple there. I don't really feel like dealing with mobs, even though we got a lot of lights up. We don't have them all lit up in that area. So we're going to come back over here. Hop over in bed here. All right. Then we'll come over here. Drop down like so. All right. I can already tell we are going to... We're actually going to knock that down a couple. Actually going to knock that down a couple. because that is just simply too high up. So we're going to go like so. Our brick. Put our brick here in. Go like so. Do a double take. Yeah, it's an interesting night tonight, isn't it? And then I think I'm going to do a couple more lanes. Yeah. Do a couple more lanes. No! That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. All right. So we'll go like that. Well, like so. We're working right now on an exterior for our iron farm. And I'm trying to figure out a pattern that I want. Because we're trying to base it off of this. I think one thing I am missing. I think I got this mixed up. But yeah, it's the exterior for the iron farm, and trying to get it all to look good in a way. So, yep. I think one thing I need to do is I need to put ridges in there. So, what we'll do is come over here. I'm going to move this crafting table. I want it over here. So, I'm going to do, we go like that. That'll add a little bit more. I'll just add a little bit more depth. I'm wondering if we go like that, if it'll work out. That actually might work better. If we do that, I think it will work better. Then what we need to do, like this, use this as the accent. Go up like that, go like so. Wonderful. Then I wonder if all we're doing right now is experimenting. and trying to figure out what will look best. So I am more than open to like just tearing stuff down and trying to figure out what looks the best, because I cannot do just a straight wall. Yo, well, hello. I'm thinking right, Groot, right? I don't know why my brain suddenly isn't thinking correctly. Hello, Judy. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah. So, go like that. Like so. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's so much worse. That's so much worse. That's so much worse. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Good news. What's good news? I have COVID. Oh. So, I think that will actually work a lot better. It's not worse. Like, if you're young, it's good. It's not as bad. I do like that a lot more, though. I do think I might take it a step further. I think it might get better. And try this. I low-key need to go get Appa. I low-key need to go get Appa. Yeah, I really do hope you start feeling better. 'Cause that is like, I hated having COVID. I had it 3 times, I think. Your boy would go to get vaccinated and they'd be like, okay, we're going to test and see if you have it. And every time I had it. Every time I had it. So they were like, hey, no vaccine for you. What happened to all my scaffolding? Ooh. That's not ideal. At least you've made it this long, right? But the hurting does sound different. Like, what did I do with my scaffolding? You know, honestly, I'm done looking for it. We're just getting Appa. We're just getting Appa. Appa! Appa! Come back! Appa! I really love how I go to get Appa. And it's getting dark out. Appa the sky patient. Yes. Yes, Appa is always better. Except when it gets dark out. And then Appa might accidentally get shot by Skeleton. And we don't like that. We don't like our boy getting hurt. We don't like our boy getting hurt. So, I'm going to sleep real quick. I probably. Ow. No, we don't. Oh, Groot, did you see what we ended up on? This is the street lamp that we came up with. So these ones are meant to be heavier duty ones. I need to figure out how to get those to flip up at night, but the trapdoors, but yeah. These are the street lamps we came up with. I don't know if you saw that yesterday or not, but yeah. So we're going to put that along all the streets, and when we do like further back in the lower district, probably have a couple that are just missing a lantern or two. Hmm. Yo, what's up, Triple? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Yeah. Yeah. They do look good. I am happy with how they came out. I am happy with how they came out. Like, that was one of my biggest concerns. I don't know why I'm not like going all the way across on 90% of this, but I'm not. I'm also gonna. We've already established we're in Skybus in territory, so. That's what I thought. So what we're gonna do? Jeez, he disappeared. Oh crap! Turn around for 2 seconds. Nice, Benjamin. We do love Skybusins. So what we're gonna do? I'm actually gonna go like that. Then we're gonna take this and go like that. And we're gonna take this. We're gonna go like that. And we're actually doing that for a very, very important reason. Now we can access everything without getting off of Appa. I'm not gonna lie, I love this angle because it looks like I'm sitting in the air. But this way we don't need to get off of Appa. I can make plenty of stairs. Just gonna make the rest of these stairs because we're gonna need them. Benjamin. I feel like I do. I know it's been a while, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, I remember exactly what we were talking about. But I do remember Benjamin, so I'm not. I don't do stuff like that. So we are gonna build a mall trace, so that will be really cool. We're gonna build a. You're eating crackers. That's a good thing to eat while you're sick. We're gonna build a giant mall trace right in this area, because canonically, uh, Finrad actually has a phoenix as its city symbol. So we're gonna make a mall trace, but then we're gonna give it 3 tails to represent uh the in the known lore, It is the 3 siblings that founded Finrad were all siblings. 3 siblings that all founded Finrad were all siblings. The 3 people that founded Finrad were all siblings. So, yeah. So that's why we're going to be doing a mall trace, because that would be really cool. That's because salt literally exaggerates flavors. So it makes things taste better. Like, that's how salt works. So I'm not surprised at all that you're like, salt's the only thing that tastes good. Because, like, it's literally designed to be tasting good when nothing else will. It's meant to make bad stuff taste good. How long have I been playing on this server? I've been playing on this server. I've had this server for 6 years. I haven't been playing on it for that long. I've had a lot of long extended breaks. Thought I was going to run into a long extended break here. Not too, like, 2-3 days ago. But then I just logged back on and started playing again. So, yeah, I could have this a lot further along. I could have my other area a lot further along. It's just I would fall out of love with the game, and then, yeah. But we're going strong now, so yeah, going good. It's going really good. But yeah. Plus, like, I'm not gonna lie. One of the reasons why I have stayed more motivated is because of how awesome you guys have been on YouTube. Like, I am very much so a person that, like, I need some sort of return in order to justify things. All right, see ya, Benj. See ya. I am definitely a person that needs to, like, see some return. Otherwise, my brain just stops being interested in that thing. Like, and I know that's one of the things that I need to work on because it is probably my worst quality. But honestly, like, how awesome you guys have been, like, on YouTube, on I'm not going to say Twitch because Twitch is a lot of bots. But just on all those platforms that you don't necessarily think about things, right? I've really, really enjoyed it. So, hello, Epic Play. Hello. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. So, it just adds a layer to it where it makes it so much easier. So, but it is a thing that I'm working on. Like, me writing the book was evidence of that. Like, that book has not seen enough return on it for me to be like, oh yeah, I'm so happy I invested that time. Oh, nice. Let's go, Epic. But, like, that book was just like, and I say it on the back of the book where it's like, it's just realistically just a love letter to myself. Like, saying who I was, like, is okay. Who I am right now is okay. And who I'm going to become is important too. So, but yeah. I am going to try to stream as much as I can this week. Because Saturday I won't be able to get on at all. I don't think I'll be able to get on. Judy, it is a fantasy adventure that's loosely based on D&D. It's about a half-orc and his journey to becoming an adventurer. So, yeah, roommate. Mary, Mary, how you doing? How you doing? So, yeah. I'm gonna go fly real quick to my bed. Hope that I can get into it before Appa flies too far away. Nice. So, Appa. But yeah, I enjoyed writing it. It's one of those books that I I don't mind the success of it, right? Like that was definitely something I wrote for myself. So, if it does well, great. If it doesn't do well, like okay. I have another book that is definitely intended to be a more okay. This one is going to be big production. I do expect like a return on it, and I think that's part of the issue right now with writing it is I just haven't seen that sort of return. The iron farm is actually working great. So, as you see this guy, he'll be dropping down here. And what we should see is another one already popping up. So, it's actually working really well. Like, it is scary how well it's actually working. Dude, like, if I hold control, like, just leave me on. So. But yeah. That one I will expect something out of. Um, and I think I'm putting myself in a really good spot for where that's not unrealistic. So, but yeah. And that one will be really, really cool. The reason why say I expect stuff out of it is because the story's just awesome. The story really is awesome. Like, I'm not going to say that, like, Bosk isn't a good story. I love the story. Like, straight up, I love the story of Bosk. But this is a different type of, like, feeling. This is like, no, this is an awesome story. So it deals a lot more with mental health and a lot of the things that I really want at the end of my life to be known for. So, what's your Greek yogurt? Okay, I'll be here holding on. Apparently not to Appa though. Apparently not to Appa though. Apparently not to Appa though. Yeah. So, which that's one of the reasons why like I still do I think I can do some earlier streams like I on the weekends I can do earlier streams. I know, but I'm getting on just about as early as I can right now. Just with how everything is scheduled in my life, so um yeah, just with how everything is scheduled in my life, I really can't do anything much earlier than this except for on the weekends, which sucks, but is what it is. I really do wish I could be earlier, but if I had it my way, I'd be eating by 4 o'clock and then on by 6 o'clock my time. So I think that's all we need Appa for, because the other ones we know the idea of the pattern that we want. Yeah. We know the pattern that we kind of want to go for, so we're going to leave Appa in here. And we're going to break all this because we're changing all this to stairs because I'm crazy in the head. I'm going to say something. Because, like, this has just happened enough that I'm starting to recognize it. This is going to be a build that once we get done with it, I'm going to destroy. So I'm not going to continue building it like this. I can make a better build than this. Yeah. We're going to go with something more open air designed. We're going to go get more deep slate. But yeah. I'm just looking at it and I'm like, I'm going to break this. I'm going to destroy this. Like, I just know I am. So I'm not going to invest any more time into it. I do think I am still going to do the sword through the top as long as I can make it work within the build. Because I just like the thought of that. I like the thought of that as like, in the way that we can actually, so we can actually make that work. We'll make the sword 3 wide, and then coming out of the handle of the sword. Yeah, you're all good. You're all good. You're all good. We'll actually have campfires coming out of the handle, because that'll actually be the furnace exhaust. So, yeah. All I know is I can build a better build than this, so we're going to do that. I am going to go get more deep slate because that is going to be something that is going to be very important to the build. Bye-bye. Stay awesome, be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved and that you make the world a better place by being in it. Stay awesome, be awesome. Feel better. COVID's never fun. So, yay, we're turning this into a mining stream because, not really. We'll go get quite a bit of deep slate, but not a lot. So, the only reason we really need to get quite a bit more deep slate is because it's just the size of this build. It's going to have to be, so. I was looking at it and I'm like, this is going to turn into 13 of my other builds. And I do not want that to happen. So, like, this is way too important of a building for me to let this just kind of be like 13 other builds. So, yeah. I do think we're going to keep the Blackstone in. I think we're going to keep the Deep Slate in. But as far as these other two, like, yeah. We're not going to. And I'm totally okay with this. Like, that's one thing that, especially with coming back to streaming, is actually a huge thing for me. It's just being okay with destroying a build completely. Like, it seems so counterintuitive to be like, oh, I'm just going to tear this entire thing down. Like, the build around this one, and even this one, were originally totally different, and I completely tore them down. Like, I was done, and I was like, and I looked at it, just like, I've never liked this the entire time I was building it. So we just destroyed it all. So, which I'm totally okay with. Like, I will straight up say I'm totally okay with. If it does not work, it does not work. So, there's just nothing to do but to tear down, start again. Like, that's all you gotta do. One step at a time, and we'll get there one step at a time. You're not gonna get there any sooner. So, can't rush the process. And I think part of the reason why I'm especially okay with tearing this build down is because I could kind of see my gas just letting off. What, Soul Reaper? I could kind of feel the gas letting off a little bit with my passion to play this game. I know I was going to be gone to Washington, wasn't going to be able to play. So I was just kind of, Oh my gosh. That's a mouthful. That is a mouthful. But yeah. I didn't full draw. Well, that was anticlimactic. Did you just see that thing warp off of him? I did. I did. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go get some more deep slate. Unfortunately, our supplies are running low. So, but that's okay. But that's okay. How did you learn that? What are they teaching nowadays? Please don't tell me that's the name for Topeka. I don't know if I'd be able to handle it if that was the name for Topeka. I need to check something. That's all good, pure water. Why is that not? People lurk, people are asleep, so. Oh, it is popping up. Okay. We just appreciate everybody that's here. So, that's how I look at it, a pure water. Or background noise from a hill. I don't know why that upsets me more. That that genuinely upsets me more. Because I'm gonna pronounce that entire name. Seriously? Just Daffies. So half of these are named Phil, the other half are named Bill. This is definitely Daffy. Nope, this might be me actually. All right, now you're just pulling out Icelandic names. Like, I know Icelandic names. Like, that's all you're doing. You're just pulling out the Icelandic. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie, but Secret Life of Walter Mitty. He goes to Iceland, and there's a volcano erupting. And it's just this super long, complicated name. And he's trying to pronounce it Ilefat, or whatever. And everybody just looks at me, oh yeah. And then they just say it, and it's like, how do you say that? Like, genuinely. I think I just heard a witch. I did hear a witch. Wales. Like, it's close enough. It's where the Icelandic people came from. It's where the Icelandic people came from, so it still technically counts. It still technically counts. So. Out of curiosity, Soul Reaper, is your best class geography? Or was your best class geography? You don't remember the meaning? Did you look at the meaning and go, oh, I can't say that? You said South Africa, so my brain went places immediately. Kinda. You know, the last girl that I talked to, like, was setting up a date and everything. She was originally from South Africa, and I don't know why, I just kind of got a vibe from her that she would say the word. She did not talk about her homeland in a positive light. Like, she wanted to go back, but she did not view it as safe. It's like, it's gonna start throwing up flags. Yeah, that's enough geopolitics for me. So, back to our regularly scheduled brain dead content. So That is... I don't know how people come up with such weird names, though, or like how they go, hey, yeah, this is how you pronounce it. It kind of reminds me of... Do you remember when, like, computers weren't complex enough to handle the same username connected to user or connected to accounts? When they weren't complex enough, like, two people can have the same username or whatever. So, like, everybody had to, like, put a bunch of numbers behind, you know, what? Like, Mad Hatter 3727. Like, you know what I mean? That honestly feels like what they were, like, trying to name their cities. They were like, well, we already have it over here. And we have over here. So we need to be C here. Like, that literally is what it feels like with the length of those names. Like, they were just like, well, guys, it's already been used. Well, what's up, Nation Live? How you doing? How you doing? Guys, they already used that name. We got to go with something different. Well, what about this? What about this? And it was just a really long chain of, nope, somebody already got it. Nope, somebody already got it. Like, and eventually somebody went, screw it. Screw it. We're just naming it whatever we want. Is that literally, like, I do not understand why you need more than 20 letters in a name. I don't really understand why you need more than 10, but Saskatchewan still exists. Pekawacha ma kaskwask we pinwenik. Like, how would you just slip that into conversation? I really love when I just place a torch to immediately break it. I really do love that when I do that. So... like that. Heck, watch na my kaskwa squapin wanik. Yeah, still, like, how are you fitting that into a conversation? Like, you know how brilliant the towns in my county were? They were like, well, what are we? Where are we? Well, we're in the center of the county. Got it. Sioux Center. That's how simple of a name they thought of. Like, well, sir, we're in the center of the county. Got it. Sioux Center. What about us? Well, we're a lot of Hollanders. And we really like the color orange. Got it. Orange City. Got it. Let everybody know we're Dutch. Like, that's literally how simple it is in my area. Okay, but Soul, you never answered my question. How do you know this stuff? Are you just obsessed with geography? Or is it just a really, really interesting day where you got really, really bored? And you just started mashing on your computer? Twee buffels met in scoot morse dude get e skeet futin. Oh, I study a lot and get bored a lot. Oh my gosh. I'm just kind of like a sponge, and the only thing that's fun for me is to challenge myself. So, yeah. Hey, you know what? study a lot and get bored while studying, like, I'll give it to you. You're studying. That's a lot better than me. So, never studied. I never studied. I am a terrible student. Same time, was bored out of my mind. Honestly, probably would have been a better student if they taught me how to count cards in class. You've already said that one, haven't you? Look up the mountain, or look up the volcano from Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I know that one is also... Icelandic names get wild. You probably knew that, but, like... There's also a slime chunk over there. As long as we don't go over by them, they don't really bother anybody. So... yeah. So, go like show. Wonderful. I don't need that replay. Wonderful. I really need to get a deep sleep miner. No, just get a long channel that I can launch with one button and or one note block, and I need to watch a doc video on how to do that. I know he has he's done a lot of tunneling in previous Hermitcraft videos. So, but I'm wondering, yeah, I'm wondering. All right. Anyways, I thought it. Let's see, put read see. Good governor. That is wild. Wildly long. All right. So, the way that we're gonna rework this is we are actually the bog in Finland. Welcome back, Mary. I can explain. I did not like it. So, what I think I'm gonna do instead is it's gonna be very similar to this, in that the front is very open because I want it to be like, okay, we really need to ventilate everything. We're going to incorporate something like this. We're going to have like 3 furnaces, and then they're all feeding into the sword and going out. So, yeah, that's how we're going to incorporate the sword. A lot of G's. So, but one reason I want to really change it up is because I noticed it was getting really similar to a lot of other builds that I've done. And I don't really like that thought process. Like, I need to break it up. So, yeah. So we're going to go like that. Don't really need the glowstone dust. We're going to turn quite a bit of this into tile. And turn some of it into brick. The rest into tile, and from there we will work on it. So, first things first. And now this time we can actually start the recording. I will give it to him. It is technically shorter. So we're actually gonna get rid of our floor. I'm gonna leave this section until I go to actually put it in. Now, is this far enough forward that I could include it? It is. Wonderful. But yeah. Look, we've been doing this stuff for this long, and look at how much we already got. So. But we're going to get rid of all this. Because we need to put in... This is way too far out. So we're going to put in a floor. So I am actually going to do the floor first. I think what we're going to do for the floor is we're going to be doing spruce. I know everybody's favorite. But it is just the one thing that is the best for floor material. So we will be changing this out. Assuming I didn't place any of the signs off of it. I didn't. Wonderful. So we will be changing that out. So that will be good. That will be good. You know, they fight to survive. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. But over here, like that. I have an empty one. Right? Nope, that's no longer empty. Wild. I'm honestly gonna just dump this copper ore. All right. Let me fly up here, get all this stuff because should. But like that, go like that, go like that. Go like that. Wonderful. We'll collect all this, throw all this into the system. Yeah. I also think luck. So I think luck would also be a huge factor to consider in that. Because that is just something that, like, is not thought of often with it. So I'm all out of carrots. I also got redstone dust in there. So we can send that along. We can send that along then. Yeah. Do I have carrots anywhere? I know where I do for sure got carrots. I'm one of those, like, paranoid people when it comes to food. I think for now I'm just gonna grab steak. Like, I always need to be at full food. Like, I straight up just always need to be at full food. Now we're gonna grab, cut down the spruce trees over here. That is gonna be the simplest solution to what we want. It's going to be the simplest solution to what we want, so we're going to go with it. Turns out somebody's already been chopping down one of the trees, and I fear it was me. I fear it was me. So, should be enough for that. So, well, we're just falling apart at the seams. I'll throw this down here. Spruce is always just a really, really good base. Like, to build anything out of. Like, it's just such a good base. Like, it pops a little bit, but it can still be overpowered when you really want to have something else pop. Like, it's just such a good base. It draws attention, but it doesn't scream for it, which is really, really nice. It enhances everything you put around it, like... Isn't that just all, like, a sentence, son? Da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Ah! I wonder if that's going to cause any issues. Interesting. Interesting. It will cause slight issues, but not the bad kind. So, what I am going to do, however, I'm going to leave that like that. I'll put a trap door down. Well. And we do just want this just to be the floor. So we go like so. Go like so. Go like that. Wonderful. But yeah. Wonderful. It genuinely just kind of feels like, you know, I need to look into and see if foam or if wool dampens sound. Because if that's the case, we might need to put a sound dampener in. Because if you're in here and you just hear, like, I get it's hilarious. Because it's like, oh, look at that. They're on a journey. Where are they journeying to? And just death. I get that part of it. It's just the amount of times that I'm hearing it right now. It's like, okay. You've heard it enough. You don't need to hear it anymore. We've heard it enough. I ran out of spruce. How did I run out of spruce? All right, well, somebody's already started cutting down a tree, so we're going to finish cutting down that tree, and that should be enough spruce. So. Yeah. So that really makes me really concerned for how much. Oh, I'm gonna need more deep slate, aren't I? So what I'm thinking. We'll see if that's enough. Unfortunately, I have fallen into a hole. So we go like that. Wonderful. Wonderful. It's going to be a psychological warfare the entire time. All right, so we need to get our bearings here. Okay, we got a deep slate here. Oh, no. All right. So, what we're going to do. Because we are going to have a lot of space that we got to work with. So what we're going to do... We're going to do pillars. I don't like the look of that. I want a thick pillar, but I also want it to have like an edge on it. I think what we're going to need to do... All right, how do we get this to work? I want 2 more in here. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 15 spots left, right? So there's 11 open holes, right? So if I do 4, 4, that will leave me 3. If I do 3, 3, that'll leave me with 5. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and then boom, boom, and then 1, 2, 3, boom, boom. It'll almost just be a little too wide. So if I go like that, then so if we go like that, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm gonna go 1 higher on these, just because that will make it. They should really be here. So that'll put us at 5 here, 3 here, 5 here. So if I go like this, that'll be 5 and 4. And the reason why I needed to expand it out 1 is because, so, since I've already done the streetlights, I am slightly capped on how far over I can go. Because if I go too far over, we could potentially connect to these streetlights. And I really don't want that to happen. So I need to get over 1 in order to cover up that. So that's why we did that. That's why we did that. No other reason. Yeah, I opened up the wrong thing. Right like that. Wonderful. But yeah. And then with this, what I'm going to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Do I want to do? Let's do 5. I want to see how 5 looks. 5 might be a little too far. Yo, what's up, Taco? How you doing? My day's going well. You want to see my skin? How weird. How weird. And I bet I don't, because the headband is custom and the arms are custom. But the gorilla, like, standard one might be the same. So. I think that's just a little too wide, so we're going to go with 4. But I am doing good, Taco. I am doing good. I beg to differ. I have different arms. I know I have different arms. It's basically the same skin. No, it's not. It's different. I say so. It's different. I am, however, going to raise these up to 5. So. But yeah. And then we'll do another pillar right here. And then right here will be the start of like where actual walls are. So just minus the customizations. Yeah. I went to a skin sharing site and then I looked at like the gorilla skin and then I was like, well, I want something that connects me to Apex, so I did the robotic arms because I main Fuse. So but I like how that's looking. I just wish I could do shelves with things that weren't wood. We're gonna do quartz shelves. Yeah, so his is less cool. That's what you're saying. Like, not saying you're calling him out, but you're kind of calling him out for having a less cool skin. Which I'm all here for. Honestly, I am. So. Like, what's up? Like, it annoys the crap out of me that... I got no, like, vertical slab for metal. Or for stone bricks. Which would look really good for a pillar. But, like, I can't do the pillar because this isn't a raised floor. Because if I do a pillar, what's going to happen is this is going to get way too crowded. Right? Am I crazy for that or am I not? I'm not. I'm not crazy. I might be crazy. I'm definitely crazy. But you guys wouldn't judge me differently for that, would you? I would. I would definitely judge myself differently for that. I might be crazy. I think since it's all 4s and 5s, we actually might be in the clear. I'm crazy. It's all right if you guys call me crazy, honestly, it is. Like, I honestly would rather people have rather people call me crazy than not. So, but I do like the look of this. I've run out stairs. And then what we'll do is we'll go up top here, ideally. And we'll do the same thing up here. And this will be kind of where our ceiling is at. I want to go with a little bit more raised for the ceilings. So we're going a little bit more raised for the ceilings, but that'll all work out. So that will all work out. Oh no. So we got like that and like that. Like that. Wonderful. Wonderful. Fantastic. Wonderful. All right. So now, if I do a stair, I'm not doing stairs. I'm not doing stairs for the wall. I'm not doing stairs for the wall. But if I go like this, ow. So putting the topper on here creates the same issue. How do we get past this? Right? And this is our answer. So this is different than the stairs. It's different than the stairs. It allows us to be more selective with what we're building. It allows us to do different things. We won't run into wall issues. So, plus it will also break up just little issues that we might have with everything clashing. So, yeah. This is how we get past that. I do need to go a bit more deep slate. I think I might go get dynamite. I might go get dynamite because, yeah. We're gonna see how far back we want to go with this type of wall. There is a good chance that we just go up to like right here. Leave a little gap here, and then we'll go to right here. This will be the start of the furnaces. We'll have a little back entry here that allows us to go into the back. So, or we might do it in between the furnaces. We'll see. I might do it over here. So, I think we actually might need to start it right here. Just for continuity's sake. But we can make that work. We can make that work. So, I just love watching those guys launch up into the air like that. So, we can make that work. I do need to go more deep slate, though. I'm going to grab some dynamite. We're going to blow some stuff up. Yeah. ADD. So, we're going to get our favorite little box out. Is it going to be faster? I doubt it. I genuinely, I doubt it. Will it be more fun? Yes. Yes, it will be. That is guaranteed. It is guaranteed to be more fun. So, yeah. We'll also need to figure out the optimal depth for blasting, so I am, however, going to sleep. Just so that way I have everybody not need to worry about, oh my gosh, it's raining out. Oh, nope, never mind. So, we're going to get blasting. Now, I think I'm going to fly to the first one. I think it's actually quicker if I go this way. But I need to stop off here. And I'm not worried about not having a flint steel because we have a fire bow, and last I checked, fire bows activate. TNT, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I will fully acknowledge I could be wrong. But I'm fairly confident I'm not. So. Zoom. So. We're just going to get to blasting. Haha, I'm not wrong. Told you. All right, so too deep. Well, interesting. No. Oh my gosh, that's like a perfect 3x3. Like, so I could realistically go like this, go over here, go like this, go like this. Go like that. Come over here. Go like so. I love how this is working out, honestly. See if that activates it. It didn't. Wonderful. Wonderful. Like I said, ADD. So. Nope. Let's do this. Make all this a little bit more efficient. Wonderful. Like, I love that I somehow get hit every single time. For no reason at all, even though there's a solid wall around me. Like... Diamonds! Guys, we found diamonds! I did that off center. I found more diamonds! Diamonds! Go like that. I just took the stick out of my hands for no reason. Boy. He's not an intelligent one, I'll tell you that much. Nope, some really question it. Some really question it. Yep, this one's going to be interesting. Because I'm all the way over here, my guy. Yeah. So, I'm going to just go to here. That. Like that. Ow. We've hit a clay deposit. Hit a clay deposit. It actually feels like it's going quite fast, which is terrifying, by the way. Which is terrifying. I don't know if it's going fast or if my brain is just going, yay. Boom. It would appear we've hit one of those lush clays. An axolotl! Guys, it's an axolotl out in the wild. They're so axolotl-y. We're going to let that one be. All the axolotls I've caught have just been in buckets for the most part. So, we're not going to subject that guy to that. Guy's just a bat. Gonna pull a prank on him. Yeah, everybody get ready to laugh. He's going to think this is so funny. Derek did it. Oh, it's a yellow one. Oh, good governor. Where are you going? All right. All right. All right. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So, we're going to pick a different direction because going into the lush cave is not going to be ideal. So, yeah. All right. Anyways, we're picking a different direction now. Well, that's not going to go very far now, is it? It's not going to go very far now, is it? All right, we're going to go over here, then. We're going to go over here, then. Dude, I'm not going to lie. I love how that actually prints out like a perfect 3x3. That actually, like, made my night. The fact that we can just go boom, boom, boom. And then boom, 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 boom. Grab that. Get away from that. Go like that. Go like that. Wonderful, dude. Honestly incredible. Well, that's not. Yeah, it's Marsh on the bottom side of that one. Which means we're about to hit a lush cave going this way. Yay. All right. Wonderful. I wonder if... I've been here before. But that continues to go up like that. So that's okay. Oh, good governor. Aye. Aye. Little kid. Little punk. All right, now how do I get back up? I fear I might have destroyed my way back up. Why? Genius. Lay down the clay. Lay down the clay. But I don't want to. I like the clay. All right. Wonderful. All right. Anyways, now that we have this armor on, because I just didn't feel like putting it on earlier. Ooh. That's not good. 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 All right. So, that's a case over there. Let's see. I'm going to go down this. We're going to go right here. I'm gonna go like that. That. So wonderful. Let's go look at these crates over here and see if there's anything that we can consolidate or if one of these might be empty. It's not empty. Wow, look at that. We found an empty one. Guys, would you look at that? We found an empty one. Oh my gosh, how did I know that I was going to need one down here? Like, how did I know? How did I know? I just think so far ahead for myself. I just think so far ahead for myself. Like, honestly, that's just the only way you got to do it. Like, you got to think ahead. Got to think ahead. Like, that's all you got to do. Really no other secret. So, anyways. Go like that. 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 Wonderful. Fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually really enjoying doing this like this. Is it conventional? Not in the slightest. Is it working really well? Yes, actually, I find that it is. I find this is actually really, really effective. So, is it the prettiest thing in the world? No, no, it's not. But it is effective. I have the capabilities to make a lot of TNT, so I see it. No harm, no foul. I see it. No harm, no foul. So, like that. Yep. Where it's supposed to be, so I don't want to hear it. Just me or the fuse is getting longer. Be getting better at it. Really? But all right. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah. I think he's gone mad. No. I'm perfectly sane. I'm a lot more comfortable blasting my way through tough because, like, I do need the tough. Like, I do. Plus, it seems like it has the same durability as what Deep Slate does. So, that is really, really nice. Yep, just totally took a shot straight to the face, sir. Just straight to the face, sir. Wonderful. All right. One more cycle through. You know, I really understand why Doc mines the way that he does. Especially if you use Deep Slate in a lot of your builds. Like, this is just making it so much easier. Like, so much easier. All right. I love it. I absolutely love it. So, we'll stop off here. We'll pick up more carrots because we are going through our beef at a very quick rate. There we go. And now we're going to figure out now pretty much what we're going to figure out is how we want to actually make this all look. Are we going to make it look one way? Or are we going to make it look another way? It is 9:35. Ugh. We're going to go for another 25 minutes, and then I'm probably going to call it there, unless if I feel really good, and then we're going to go for another 25 minutes. But, yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, pal. Let's not. It's not. Yeah? Yeah? We good? Good. All right. So first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and turn this all into deep slate tile. Like that. Because I do think I'm going to have a lot of this. I just don't know how much I'm going to have of it. That's why I want to do quite a bit of it. Let's also go put the tough away real quick. I do think that's going to be like one of the upcoming. So I need to rework a tree chopping farm, even though I kind of don't want to because I think it's fun to go cut down trees. I do actually really like the way that this is looking already. I might go full blocks on the corners here, but other than that, I'm actually really liking how this is looking so far. So what I'm talking about is right up here, just because this is like on the corner here, just a little bit more. It breaks it up a little bit more, but also it connects it a little bit better. So if we put the walls, like if we do these here, it's not too big of a deal. Right? It's not too big of a deal. So like this, it makes the corners of the build stick out a little bit more. Makes them a little bit more imposing. So that's why I would do that. But yeah, other than that, I think then we're going to kill two birds with one stone here. We're going to do, we're going to go like this. That's actually really, really important to what we're doing. So this isn't a true 5 high. Right? It isn't true 5 high. But what it does do, I actually really like that. I'm actually really liking how this is all looking so far. It makes it where we can connect the ceiling and have it make sense build-wise. So right here is where we're going to have just a hard cut off, and it's just going to be a normal wall. Should I do that or should I not? I don't know. We're going to do it like that. Yeah, we're going to do it like that. So we got that one. And then we're going to go like so. But what that allows us to do is we won't have any gaps. So I still want this to be visible, which it will from the interior here, because we'll go straight up into wall, or we'll have the walls go straight up into the glass. So yeah, we'll have the walls go straight up into the glass, and then this will be where we finish watching them. So because nobody wants to watch this part. Nobody wants to watch this part. I bet I had one spawn. Nope. It's not one spawning, so I probably need, they just probably need to reset on their sleep. So, which is a thing that happens. But that's okay. But, so if we didn't do this, we just did a block here and made it a true 5 high, the issue we'd run into is there would be a gap right here. And by doing slabs and making it 4.5 high, we're going to make it feel just a little bit different, but we also get rid of that little issue, so. I don't want to go up anymore. Where I want to be. And I'm going to do just so that we can see what we want. One side, we're going to do just a 2 high of this. That. And then this side, we're going to do 2 high of these. I lied. Maybe. Let's go check this side. Go like that. That's going to be like that. All right. So, no issue. We're going to modify this a little bit. That's not a problem at all. So, now the reason why we're doing this is because we want it to line up the same on every side with the channels. So, we want to see it from where we're at. So I really don't have any qualms with either of them. I think where we're going to have the biggest issue is if we go like this versus if we do this. What's that gonna look like? So I kind of like this. I think we're gonna go with this just because it matches up better on the exterior. So it just matches up better on the exterior, so that's what we want to go with. Oh, this is awkward. This is awkward. How awkward. I didn't mean to barge in on whatever was going on in that room. I love how they're trying to get to something that's right there, but they can't figure out how to do it. So, like this. And one reason why I want to do this as kind of an open air build is because I don't need right now another build with beds in it. Like, this build has a lot of utility in it, so I don't need beds in it. Like, if I put beds in it, we're just kind of... What an interesting spot for him to get stuck on. I think I know how. I think I just witnessed how they would all stuck. They were just simply facing the wrong way. Like, that's all it was. They were just simply facing the wrong way. So, all right. I love the way that this is looking, though. I love the way that it is looking. Now the fun bit. Back wall. Yo, what's up, random? How you doing? How you doing? Da, da, da. Question is do I want to... Oh my gosh, did you see that? He was a ballerina. He was a ballerina. He was doing the spins. I could do this a lot better if I was on roller right now. How do I want this to go? I'm wondering if I cut it in one here. No. I cut it in one. What is that going to actually wind up looking like? And what's going to look the best, right? Because the front of this build is going to be a lot different than the back of this build. So I'm totally okay with if things just start getting a little bit on the weirder side. So I wonder if... I wonder if I start mixing in wood logs here. That'll... Well, I'm just going to do what my brain is telling me right now. And we'll go from there. So... okay, hear me out, hear me out. My brain is on one right now. This might be the moment we become master builders. This might be the moment that'll change everything. Everybody will look at us and go, you are a master builder. Or it could be an incident where people will look at us and go, you're insane for thinking that would work. We will see. We will see. We will see. Somebody get me a pair of glasses to throw. Somebody get me a pair of glasses to throw. I need a pair of glasses to throw. I actually really, really like that. Now, the only issue is I'm not going to get necessarily that same effect here. But we know that all you need to do is change one spot, and suddenly you get the effect that you want. So, yeah. Woohoo! You know, looking at it now, could have totally just jumped up onto that shelf and jumped across, but that's the boring way. Also, look at how nicely this ends up. That this ends right here like this. Like, can we take a moment to appreciate how well that lined up? Why do I have this here? Stillo, I am so sorry, but unfortunately, this world is very near and dear to my heart and very old. So I need to know people for at least 6 to 7 months before I let them join. If you're wondering if that was a 6-7 joke, it unfortunately was, because I am still a child at heart. So I usually say 6 months to a year, and for whatever reason, I said 6 to 7 months. I do love that, though. I'm not going to lie. I do love that. So, however, have fallen out of love with that. So, what we're going to do, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do fence posts here as well, but we're going to do essentially the same effect that we have over on the side there. Yeah, still, the answer will remain no. Like, no. I am on Java on PC. So. All right. Yeah. And then what I'm actually going to do, so everywhere where we are at pillar, we're actually going to do the same thing there. I'm not going to do that, Stillo. Like I said, answer is no. I have quite literally told every single person since I've started streaming again the exact same response. So, yeah, that makes it look a lot better. Makes it look, I don't Stillo, it's just this is a very important world to me because there's been a lot done on it. So, and this is only half of it. So, no. Nope. Oh, the wall around me? You can see the wall around. I'm gonna go here though. It's just you get an idea of like how big this world actually is and why it is so near and dear to my heart. So, like, I got this build here. I love this bee farm. This build actually goes out a render distance. So, yeah. I have a very strict rule on letting people on the server. So, but I will go back. The wall isn't done. Yeah. I've had this server for 6 years, so there were other people on it at one point, but I don't know the exact number of days played because I think that was an update that was added after. So, and I haven't had any plugin put in or anything like that, so. I had this for 6 years. I think I'm about 78 real world days, so, on the server, so. And that might have gotten reset just by random things, so. But we got a tower there. Yeah, I hate creative. And then the wall is currently a work in progress. So it's going to go all the way to the ocean over here. So, yeah. The wall is going to be massive. And where you see all the beacons set up is because that's where I'm going to be removing the mountain. So, I'm actually going to be rebuilding the mountain in a spot that I want it. So. Yeah. If somebody griefed everything, I would go absolutely ballistic. That would be an interesting stream. That would be a really funny stream to watch. If I wasn't me. Yeah. That U-shaped building is actually my villager trader hall. And it has a lot of villagers in it. And we're going to build another one in this area, so. The build that I'm working on right now is actually an iron farm. So. Yeah. But I actually, especially seeing this in the daytime, I really like the look of that. It really rounds it out. She lives, William. Hello. Hello, William. Yeah. Do you let your villagers walk around inside the walls? I don't. The villager trading hall, I have everybody in stalls. Here, it's just, if I go into church over here. So you can see this bubble elevator here, right here. That's actually leading down to a villager breeder. Why are you doing this? What do you mean by that, William? What do you mean by that? We're talking about Stillo over on this short side. Yeah. It just basically spurts out villagers. And yeah. Right here is a lot of barrels, so a lot of them just get stuck in this building, which is actually a creeper farm. So, it's a terrible creeper farm. Oh my gosh, we actually saw one die. They're dying down here. I kid you not, that's the first time I've ever seen one die down there. It is working. It's just this is like since I built the farm. So. And then over here, we have our good boy Appa. In his own little hangar that he can fly around in. He actually has more freedom than some of the villagers. Yeah. So, yeah, he has his own little his own little world he can fly around in. So you can hear all his happy noises. So, and this one is actually like one of the more recent builds. This is a tournament arena that we built because they added the spears. So we have concessions down here. We got the knights on one side. Do I have any statues? We do have some. I don't really mess with statues too much. Or are you talking like statues of like different things? If that's the case, not really, no. We will be building a Moltres one because it's a Pokemon, but it's also like representative of a phoenix, and we'll do 3 tails off of it. So, because Finrad's signia is a phoenix, so one of the next builds is actually going to be Moltres. That's going to go right over top of the gate. So, no, I don't do any statues like that, really. So, but yeah, we'll do a giant Moltres over top of that. It's probably going to be massive. So, but I eventually want to build a perspective zoo, so that's kind of why I'm willing to take it on. Where it looks like life-size animals, and it's a lot more than just the mobs that are in Minecraft. So, is oh no, Stillo. That's not good. That's not good. Oh no. What I'm gonna actually do, make this easier on myself, is I'm gonna do this. Why am I gonna do this? Well, I'm so happy you asked. It's because that way I don't need to jump on top of these like this. And go just like go right like this. All the way up. Right like so. Right like so. We're gonna do we're gonna have a fun little conversation here in a few weeks, about where we're gonna go with the channel. So we're gonna keep doing Minecraft, but like we're gonna talk about goals. I shouldn't say where we're gonna with the channel. I'm talking about goals. So, because the channel's doing really well right now. But I really like how that looks. And then, so the big thing about this is going to be the furnaces. So we're going to get campfires, and the intention is for this to be supposed to be a very massive a massive set of furnaces. So if we go like this, it'll be good there. And then actually gonna do these guys. That. And then these are actually gonna vary in height. For a very simple reason. But essentially, every one of these is going to go up by 1, possibly 2. Show me my favorite build. Stilla, are you sure you're not having like a heart attack or something? Because that's a lot of caffeine to have. Yeah, let me do this real quick. But pretty much we're going to have a sword going out from there. That's not... So, I already kind of showed you my favorite one. So, Appa's Hanger is definitely my favorite build in Finrad. Just because, like, the purpose of it, it was definitely breaking a mold that I don't know if you've noticed. It's really spruce, blackstone, deep slate heavy. But it really broke that mold for me. And it was like one of the first ones that we had. Yeah. I'll show you another one that I actually really, really like. It was my favorite one. I know about sniffers. I just don't know fully what they do. And because of that, my brain just kind of goes, you know? So, I should make a sniffer enclosure. I should go find one just to have one. So, because don't they dig up random items? If I'm thinking right. They don't do anything but give you a special flower. Ooh. Yeah, so an enclosure would be about the best thing to do with them. So, this isn't my favorite. This is my oldest, but not my favorite. This is my original iron farm. So, in the old world. So, this is my original one, still working. Just, I'm never over here, so it doesn't actually work. And no, this is not my favorite. In the old world. This is not my favorite. This is actually what caused me to burn out and refuse to return to the game. So, no, not my favorite. Huge, impressive, but not my favorite. So, this is actually my favorite. And I will start with probably the best features first. So, this is, you can see all the hoppers down here. Can you hear the sound of them? Can you hear that little buzzing? This is actually a bee enclosure. And what you have is all the little bee hives in there. It is a functioning bee wax farm. It's fully functional in that regard. But instead of just bees being in a 1 by 1 block, they can go out, they can explore, they can sniff around. And it's really intended to be like, have you ever been to a zoo and they have like a bubble that allows you to pop up in the middle of an exhibit and see the animals from a different angle? That's what this is intended to be. So you can see all the bees just flying around. So, yeah. When I built this, like, it became like my favorite in my heart. Like, whenever people are like, "Oh, what's your favorite?" Like, this is number 2. This was number 1 until I built Appa's home. And then you come out here, and this was one of the first builds that I think this was the first build that fully incorporated the deep slate tile. Yeah, because that's all black stone in there, except when you get up there. Yeah. So, yeah. It's one of my favorite. Like, so the inspiration would have been uh the Omaha Zoo, the Henry Dorley Zoo. They have it's actually inspired by their desert dome. So they have a giant dome that's arid desert. So they constantly pull all the air out of it. It's a little bit warmer in there year round. So the animals are fine in there. So it's inspired by that and then repurposed to be a bee farm. So, because they had added bees and then they added beeswax. And you just had, like, when I built this, every hermit crafter, whatever have you, was building bee farms that were like 1 by 1 block, like similar to what the villagers had. And they were like, "Oh, it's so efficient. Look at how much beeswax I'm getting." And it's like, dude, like they had a full hive, and they had one block to fly around. Like, I get that for villagers. I don't, but villagers are annoying to chase down, so it makes sense. So I'll do it with villagers. Farm where like I'm not even maintaining it, like I don't need to worry about that. So, but yeah, this actually has a purpose. This actually has a purpose. Right there. That's mob farm. And if I can ever get it figured out, I will expand the mob farm and make it ungodly fast. So, but all these chests, like this is why we were doing blasting earlier, is because I don't need to worry about gunpowder. So, but yeah, this actually serves a purpose with being a functioning mob farm. So, yeah, I don't do ugly farms. Like I will build the farm so it's functional and works, but I'm not gonna go crazy with it. Or I'm not gonna let it just be. Yeah, I got what you said. I got what you were talking about. I'm not gonna like. I'm not gonna just let it be something that is only functional. Or like, oh look it's so cute. Uh this world is I've had this server for 6 years. So this is Finrad, the area we're currently working on. That was the old world. I really don't do much there anymore because everything's disorganized. So, yeah. But yeah, we're working on Finrad right now, and this is where I'm spending a lot of my time. So, like, a lot of these builds now. So, the tower that's past that Appa's house, the arena, the greenhouse, this one, the church right here, the bank, the copper golem farm, and now this we've all done on stream, and we've also, there used to be a mountain here. Hello, Mary. How many Minecraft days old? I don't know the days because I don't have a plugin for that, or when that was added in to the F3. This world existed before that. So, I've played on this world for 70 some days, like real world days, so I actually build pretty fast when I don't get fully distracted. So, yeah, I did. So, see all this stone? That's where this mountain started. And then we dug all of it out to here, and we still got to remove, you can see the cuts. Still got to remove this portion and a bit more over there. So, I'm not sane. Plus, I make really good streams when my brain just doesn't want to function. So, I also. Well, time to go put that in the obsidian. I need to just make a whole bunch of these, honestly. I know I got blaze powder somewhere, so. And I got plenty of ender pearls. Hello, Will-O-Wisp. How are you doing? Hello, hello. But yeah, I got rid of a mountain, so. You know, just normal Minecraft stuff. Now we're gonna go make about 9 ender chests because I totally forgot that I put item duper where Jimmy Woo is supposed to be. Because I was getting deep slate earlier. But I do think I can tell that my brain is just kind of zipped right now. So we are gonna call it there. So I'm gonna go back to, or once I make the ender chest, we're gonna call it there. Because my brain is just kind of zonked. But we're at almost a 3-hour stream, which I am super excited for. You don't know how happy I am that we got to 3 hours, so. But there are going to be some things as we get going on the channel. Oh, I also forgot about this. This is a replica of the first build that I built on this server. I museumed it. I museumed it. So. Yeah. These weren't me. This was somebody else who did this. So. Do I have blaze powder? Not there. All right. But yeah, I genuinely enjoy a lot of this stuff. So it's like, it's not hard for me to do any of this in any sort of way. Like, it genuinely just, I do just genuinely enjoy doing all this stuff. So this is my second build. Like I said, this is based on the Tower of Winds, and yeah, see the iron farm up there, which is still working. We just heard it go. So I'm gonna sleep just so I don't need to worry about anything. Do I strictly play Java? Yes, I do. Fly over to the other area. At one point I was on Bedrock because I was on Xbox. But then when I made the swap to PC, I just kind of went over to Java because I wanted to do a lot of the stuff there. Hello, Stillo. You're on the other one now. Hello. Yeah. So, and this is my little farm area. So we got all the cows, the pigs, the chicken, sheep. So, and then we got a melon and pumpkin farm in here. So, but yeah, I strictly play Java because a lot of the builds when I started the server worked on Java, but they didn't work on Bedrock. So, and this is a horse barn. So, the stream ended for you, so you swapped. What? What? Still says that I'm live. Ew. No. Weird. All right. That is weird. Stream didn't end on that side, but that is weird. So, but yeah, I just had a lot of fun with this. This is where I was originally gonna reorganize everything. Like I still have a pillar of concrete there. But I think if you look at like these builds versus what is over in Finrad, I definitely do have a build style that fits me the best. And these builds were not necessarily it. So these builds weren't necessarily it. I also know a lot more now than when I started this server, so I love it because like this especially, it's just a testament to like how playing the game actually makes you better at it. Like this villager breeder has been here for forever. So yeah. So I am gonna end here because we're right at 3 hours. How did I get the happy gas? I went and found one, but this is an easy tip. So I found a dried ghast in the bones in the nether, and then brought it back into the overworld and let it soak in water. But one thing that they should probably say better is you can actually get them from trading with piglins. So I have a gold farm up here that I need to redo because I need to get it where I'm actually getting drops out of it and I can get XP out of it. But I got a guy down there, and all it is, it's just hopper clock. You got a buddy now, huh? So, yeah. But yeah, if you put the dried ghast in the overworld and stick it in water, it'll pop and turn into a baby ghast, which you can feed snowballs and make it a happy ghast. So, yeah. but I am going to end there. So we're at 3 hours, which I'm super happy about. So, but yeah. So, as always, stay awesome. Be awesome. Don't forget that you're loved. Don't forget that you make the world a better place by being in it. Stay awesome. Be awesome. I will catch you in the next stream. All right. All right. Bye. 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 See, here's always the interesting part is I need to tab out to my streaming software in order to actually close the stream. So like I always got this awkward bit where I'm doing that and it's different.